Hey everyone, welcome back. Before you break these generational curses, you need to realize what you're going to be up against so you don't allow yourself to get discouraged, confused, or derailed. If you found yourself dealing with the effects of generational curses and you're ready to break them, chances are these curses include ancestral strongholds to members of your family, likely those closest to you, including your parents, siblings, aunts, uncles, and even grandparents. And when these people see you, breaking out of the strongholds that they weren't able to break free from, and they see you being smarter and getting further, they will be triggered. They'll be triggered for two reasons. They'll be triggered first because watching you do it shows them that they could have done it. Your changes will prove that they could have had a different life. And secondly, they'll be triggered because they'll still want someone else to trauma bond with. They want you to be on the same sinking boat as them. They don't want to feel alone in their despair. They'll want to drag you down with them, which was the part that confused me the most, to be honest. I would think to myself, don't you want me to elevate so I can bring you up with me? The truth is they don't. They'd rather watch you sink right next to them. They'd rather have you seated at the kitchen table, sulking, complaining, and having repetitive conversations, rehashing the past, with no search for resolution or healing, simply picking their scabs and rejecting your offer to provide treatment. They'd rather you sit on the sofa next to them, open another beer, and watch some more mindless television than to let you go upstairs to your room and crack open an idea on a plan to change your life. Some of our family members would really rather you take on their bad habits and keep them company than to help you or even allow you to have your breakthrough. It's completely senseless, but they are too triggered and envious of your success, standing up against their failure, to think logically. All they can focus on is the fact that it wasn't them that became a success. But they're not focusing on what it's taking for you to change. They're strictly envious of your mentality. They are deeply connected to their strongholds, so they refuse to think rationally. And they don't care that you would use your success to help them, even though you've proven this through your generosity and kindness throughout your life and over the years. They don't want you to be successful even when your success will spill over and benefit them, because all they're focused on, all their cursed, greedy minds are focused on, is the fact that they are not the ones breaking into the world of blessings and success that you are. They already decided a long time ago to remain comfortable in their generational stronghold. They've already decided that they weren't going to fight against it, that they were going to live with it. Most of them have even come into agreement with the enemy to become enemies themselves to others, which is why you'll find your relatives always taking a negative interpretation of everything, because they've succumbed to a negative mindset that their strongholds have casted over them, leaving them in their generational cycle of scarcity, addictions, toxic relationships, poverty, illness, and more. Now, the reason why it's important to take note of their stance during your transformation and breakthrough out of this generational curse is because they will try to drag you deeper into warfare and strongholds of this curse when they see you breaking out of it. They may even try to go so far as to try to get you arrested, get you into conflicts with other people, and even pay spiritualists to do spell work on you to make you lose your money, your mind, to make you sick, and bring you into complete solitude. But there is ultimately nothing they can do to stop what's about to happen, what's about to change, because God is with you. You will break through the generational curse simply because you made the decision to get out while they made the decision to stay in. They came into agreement with the devil and you took the harder path and came into agreement with God, and God will always lead you to prosperity. It's only a matter of time. So please don't be distracted and don't be confused. You're doing nothing wrong. When their animosity gets stronger, it's because you're doing everything right. You're thinking differently, you're moving differently, and you're making better decisions. And we're about to get into detail on exactly what those decisions are now. So let's begin. The following generational curses you may be facing and how to break them include: 1. Breaking a constant state of poverty. You're about to change the way money is made in your bloodline. You're about to break a generational curse of poverty and occupational misery because you're going to be your own boss. You're going to pursue what you love and love what you do. You're going into multiple streams of income, and you have a completely different mindset about earning and multiplying your money. Breaking this curse of scarcity and poverty is going to involve breaking away from the familiar and breaking into the new, specifically new people, a new network, a new community. You're not looking for someone you know to hook you up with a side job, stocking shelves, washing cars, driving cabs, or running errands because they know you. No, you don't do it like that anymore. You're not even using that as a fallback. And you're not posting your resume on job boards like Monster, Indeed, or Career Builder hoping a recruiter will give you a random desk job pushing paper just so you'll have a stable check at a dead-end job in a field that has nothing to do with you, a field that has nothing to do with your gifts, your interests, or your natural skill sets. You may use those old jobs to hold you over, but not to hold you down, not to hold you back. The rat race cannot be your lifeline. Your network is your true net worth. It will take time, which is why you have to start now, step by step. But slowly and surely, it will work when you build your network. And remember, guys, it'll work if we work it. We have to be consistent. You're going to do exactly what you love, and you're going to make good money doing it. And this is how you're going to do it. You're going to introduce yourself. You're going to introduce yourself to different people. I've heard people in my old circles say over and over again that they weren't able to break into their industry because it's all about who you know. Then you have to introduce yourself and do it regularly, like once a week or bi-weekly. Don't give up after you don't get a response from them the first time you reach out, because you won't. Let them get to know you. They don't know you yet, so they're not responding. It's still very much stranger danger out here. So don't get sour. Give it time and let them warm up to you. And be true and professional. If you're truly passionate about this field, it will be transparent. Now find at least 5 people who have your dream job and start following them on social media. Follow their work, watch their interviews, read their articles, and demonstrate your investment in that craft or industry by building a portfolio or a blog or whatever you can think of that suits your gifts. Then start reaching out to them. First, show them what you've been up to. Ask them for feedback. Ask them key questions about your pain points in trying to break into the industry or building your portfolio and resume. Watch all their interviews and leave comments to show you follow their work. Attend their events, their meet and greets, their seminars. Consider it an investment in your career, and be open to taking an entry-level role or an unpaid internship to get your foot in the door and show what you can do. If you're pursuing an industry that you're truly passionate about and have a natural knack for, you're bound to find a way to stand out and shine. Number 2, the next generational curse you may be tackling: breaking toxic and suppressive relationships. You're about to break a stronghold of marital, social, familial, and even community bonds in your bloodline. You're about to change the way everyone after you chooses their company and who they allow themselves to associate with. You understand the detriment of choosing wisely. You saw people in your family married to people they didn't trust, or continue to be friends with people they didn't like, simply because that's who was available to them. That's who was around. Well, that culture of association changed when it ran into you. You walk away from people you don't like. You don't break bread with people you don't trust. You can walk away even when it means being alone until you find your true tribe, because you understand the slow threat of keeping bad company and their influence on your mind, your mental and physical health. You're comfortable sitting alone because you enjoy the peace of your own company. And that's going to trigger members of your family because it's never even crossed their minds to sit alone over keeping bad company. Your mindset is such a stark and sensible difference from anything they would even consider doing. They will sit with their enemies just to keep from sitting alone, all while convincing themselves that they're collecting dirt to use against them later. Your family's mindset about relationships has even broken good relationships that could have been built between cousins and extended family members and friends for the better. Just remember that any relationships lost during this process are intentional. God wanted you to shake these people off. They're connected to the generational curses you're breaking out of. And lastly, number 3, which is breaking out of the stronghold of extremely negative mindsets and hateful energy, which changes everything. You've seen how negativity in your family has played out for people, how it's played out in their jobs, how it stunted their growth, how it blocked their opportunities, lost them valuable connections. You may have even heard yourself repeating some of the rhetoric and language they use, but you've shaken out of it. Their culture of excessive criticism, of stinginess and greed, their constant glass half empty mentality, you're breaking this energy. You're breaking this energetic manifestational stronghold by being grateful, giving thanks, and giving praise to God for every single thing He's given you while you build to earn more. Thank God for giving you peace, protection, provision, and patience during times of trouble. While they look for something to complain about, you look for something to be grateful for. But the other very important part of breaking this stronghold, this part of the curse, is breaking away from the people and environment that remain polluted by it. You cannot be cured from the poison while choosing to continue to surround yourself with that pollution. You cannot be cured from the cancer while choosing to remain connected to the tumor. You must remove it from your life for this cycle to stop. For that mentality, that attitude, and that energy to finally and permanently be cleansed out of you. That's what it's going to take. I hope you'll replay this message to really understand the changes you'll have to make to break your generational curses and strongholds over your life. You can and will break through this. It can be done, and you will do it. I hope this message served you. If you find my content helpful, I hope you'll subscribe to my channel and tap the notification button so you don't miss an upload. I post daily, so feel free to stay tuned in. In the meantime, you know the deal. Keep your heads up, my sisters and brothers. Stay prayed up. I love you all, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.